One thing that has changed the world in the past 20 years is the growing technology that is provided for students in schools. Chromebooks, computers, Promethean boards, and many other technologies have become part of our daily school lives. Technology has made it easier for teachers in many ways. We as students have used many academic platforms to aid us in our assignments, such as Google, e-textbooks, email, Google Classroom, and various tutoring websites. Do you like benefits of new technologies such as Chromebooks and Promethean boards available to schools? Have they made your school experience better or worse?
Yes, I do like the use of Chromebooks and Promethean boards, but I think that we need to expand beyond the Promethean boards and stuff like that. I know, for an example, Texas, they have big iPads, as we call it, Promethean boards, and then all the students get MacBooks. So I think we need to expand beyond Chromebooks, and because those get outdated. You know, every year we have to refresh and get renewed. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good to have access to newer technology, especially in schools, because it makes it a little bit easier.
I know when I was in elementary school, we didn't have Chromebooks like that, and they were barely a thing. But I know it has helped me majorly. Like, I can write and type better, much faster than I used to be able to do, and stuff like that. So it has helped in a major way for me.
I wouldn't say I dislike them. I'm not a huge, I don't use Chromebooks very often in my classroom. They are useful for certain things. So I guess that's a positive. The Promethean board works just the same as, you know, a projector or a, you know, chalkboard or a whiteboard. So I guess it's convenient in that it does a variety of things. So it's, like I said, convenient, it's practical. So I guess I'm in favor of Promethean boards too.
So technology has changed significantly. I didn't have an email, I didn't have a computer. I had to buy my own computer because I wanted to edit, right? So technology really shifted since I was a student within actually being in the classroom, right? And then students having their own version of like emails or drives or all these workflow, like all these tools that make workflow more accessible. For me, actually, as a student myself, as an adult student, technology really helped me because I am not a good student. It takes me a lot to actually learn something. I get really impatient, and that's because also I'm a very strong visual learner. So technology, watching a online course, I learned so much more than just having a teacher talk at me in the front of the class, right? So I really love the more using of tutorials, technology, and giving the experience more into the student's hand rather than listen to me.
How has technology personally affected your concentration and procrastination? Do you think students benefit from phones and Chromebooks?
That's where you get me. Okay, I'm a big procrastinator already, so it's not helped, but it's not made my procrastination worse. I think maybe it's helped a little bit, because I can always look to see when things are due. It's really helpful.
I've been a big procrastinator on a lot of stuff, and especially on my phone. I'm always on my phone doing something, but I think that's something that I need to improve on. But yeah, I know that has been a big thing for me.
Even though there are limitless benefits to technology in school, the invention of iPhones have become an issue. Students are paying less attention to school and are focusing more on their phones.
I am humbled and honored to be here today. I created my first social media account, Instagram, in the 6th grade. To me, as 12-year-old girl to 12-year-old me, these platforms seemed almost magical. But as I began to spend more time online, I was met with a harsh reality. Social media was not magic. It was an illusion, a product that was predicated on maximizing my attention at the cost of my well-being. As my screen time increased, my mental and physical health suffered. The constant quantification of my worth through likes, comments, and followers heightened my anxiety and deepened my depression.
How have phones and usage of computers in school affected your teaching style? How has technology affected student learning? Do you like the benefits of new technologies such as Chromebooks and Promethean boards available to schools? Have they made your school experience better or worse?
It hasn't changed my teaching a whole lot. I still use primarily paper documents. That is my preferred medium. I don't really use the internet very much as a teaching tool. So not a lot of changes in my teaching. However, student use of cell phones in class has become, well, it's prolific, okay, is the best word for it. Now, when, and 20 years ago, when there basically weren't cell phones, okay, or they're very big, very large, kids didn't use them in class, but now they are on those phones constantly, and it's a terrible distraction. I believe very strongly that learning and attention correlate very closely, and when kids aren't paying attention to the teacher or doing the lesson because they're on their phone, that is going to impact their learning tremendously.
Phones and computers have really changed my teaching style, mostly because I didn't really have access to computers or phones when I was a student in the classroom. So coming back literally to my same school where I didn't have that, now as a teacher role, having that accessible to everyone was a bit overwhelming, but I really got used to how it improves efficiency. And I've seen it improve the classroom environment because it puts the accountability back on the student. And it really does improve workflow between, specifically in my class, making films, you need to work in groups, right? It's not so much individualized, isolated work. So the ability to have like Drive and Google Docs and all these like slides and all these things that you're able to actually have on multiple devices, not just stuck on a computer or like a piece of paper that's at school. Honestly, that really changed the way that teachers communicate and the expectations of what the work will look like as the end product, right?